Hello everyone! For those who are new, hello, my name is Space Capricorn Tarot. I chose that name because I have 7 Capricorn placements in my chart. And if you are returning, thank you so much for being here. Either way, I'm very honored for you to be here. So I'm going to do some things a little differently. I am actually doing some readings right before, like I took a break just so I could do some videos for you guys. But I am going to be away this weekend for San Diego Comic-Con. So I decided to do videos per element. So this is going to be for water, okay? So Scorpio, Cancer, and Pisces. I don't know if I'm going to do it in that specific order, but this is for you guys. Hello, welcome. Cross watchers, you are allowed to be here as well. This is for anyone that has water placements in their chart or somebody that they are thinking of at this time. We're going to be doing 72 hours. So we're going to have each card representing each day. And then we're going to come in with the Love Oracle as well and some mindfulness cards and the color of the energies that will be taking place within those 72 hours. Okay, so we are going to clear the space. So please lower your volume. This may be a little loud. 3, 2, 1. All right, so we're gonna start off with Cancer. So hello Cancers, how are you? I'm gonna actually take my phone and I'm gonna use it as a timestamp, okay? So I hope you guys are doing well. Let me just pull up my notes. I just started setting everything up, but I didn't set up any of this, okay? So we're gonna look into your next 72 hours. I decided to also record faceless again just because I am in a hurry, and since I'm traveling I don't like putting on makeup or getting dolled up because I feel like it's a waste. All right, so Cancers, we're gonna look into your next 72 hours. All right, okay, let me shuffle a little bit more just because it's the very first one. All right, so we're gonna look into your next 72 hours of Spirit. Let's get started. Hello, Spirit. Please show me Cancer's next 72 hours. So we got the 9 of Swords, sideways. More, please, for Cancer. All right, Temperance. Oh, no, Judgment, sideways. Okay, and the 10 of Pentacles in the reverse. So, Cancers, I feel like there is a lot going on here. I think you are trying to judge a situation to see if this is really something that you manifest or not. All right, so you do have the 9 of Swords. This has been on your mind a lot. You could be kind of just thinking about this to yourself. Like, it's one of those things where you may not want to share what's going on. I don't know why I feel like you may be guilty of something, or someone or something here has guilt that you're dealing with. It could be one of those things too where you are experiencing self-guilt just because it's a natural thought process that you may need a break at this time, okay? So you do have the 9 of Swords sideways. I think it's one of those things where you know it's not as bad as it seems, but just because how our minds work as humans, it just feels very clouded. Even if someone tells you everything's okay, you can't really stop these thoughts. All right, so you may be struggling with just a lot of thoughts, or like a little bit maybe of miscommunication, or just not knowing how to communicate it towards other people, so you kind of just keep it to yourself. So we do have Judgment for the 48 hours sideways. I think this could be one of those things where you are being very hard on yourself and you're trying to figure it out still, if this is something you should be looking down on with yourself or not. Okay, I do believe it's one of those situations, Cancer, where you are just in your emotions and you can't really differentiate between your mind and your heart, is what I'm getting at. And I think it's like a continuation of like maybe the thoughts happen in the next 24 or in your 24 hours, and then you start to assess it by your 48 hours. Like, okay, what should I do about this? Is this something I should really focus on right now? Or is this something that is just like kind of getting in the way? Either way, you have to deal with it. You got to make a judgment call about it. And you do have the 10 of Pentacles, but it's in the reverse. So it's like you are trying to manifest something, but I don't know what is like blocking you. Okay, I don't know if it's a person, place, or thing. I think when we deep dive into the love oracles, we'll get a bigger picture here. But in your 72-hour mark, it just really feels like everything that you wanted is not, like everything that can go wrong is going wrong. So it is like a snowball effect from your 24 to the 72-hour mark. All right, so we're gonna go deep dive into the love oracles here. We're gonna see what they say. Also, as well, like I always say, if the love oracles really do resonate with you, I would put all the water signs love readings in the description box, okay? So what is going on with Cancer spirit? Can you show me a little more? Just know that these love oracles could be self-love, love with friends and family, or love with someone that you are thinking about, connected with, or will be connecting with in the future, okay? All right. So please tell me more about Cancer. Please tell me more. Yeah, change. Change is also sideways. Mask. One more, please. Okay. And wedding. Okay. Some of you may be getting going through like wedding plans. Maybe you are attending a wedding. Okay. So in the first 24 hours, you also have change with the 9 of Swords sideways. It's one of those things where you don't know if these are thoughts that you should change, or if it's something where it's like see the frustration in the rabbit not knowing what to do with these thoughts and communications. I think you want to change it up, but you just don't know what to do about it. And in your 48-hour mark, you do have judgment with mask in the upright. So it could be as well, I believe someone may be saying one thing to you, and it's one of those things where you have expectations with people and they just keep letting you down, and you don't understand why you spend so much time communicating with this person or like giving them the time of day, because you do know like this mask is something that you've seen before, but I feel like you give people way too many chances, Cancer, and it does mess with you emotionally. And I think it's one of those things in the 24-hour mark, you're trying to be like, okay, you know, maybe I'll give this person a chance. Maybe like all these thoughts that I'm thinking of it's like people can change, right? This is why we have the change card sideways. So it's like hoping and expecting someone to like do better, but they're not doing better. So they're like deceiving you in a sense with the mask card is what I'm getting at. It could be someone that you thought was your twin flame, or if you don't resonate with that, your soulmate, okay? It could be someone that you thought was the one, just like this card says, the one here, okay? And with the 10 of Pentacles in the reverse, it does feel like, you know, you thought this was like the one and only person, your biggest manifestation, like your wish fulfillment, but it is in the reverse. So it could be one of those things where if it's not your situation, you could be dealing with it as a third party in a sense where you're watching it go down, okay? So that's what I got for you, Cancer, all right? So we're going to be moving on to Pisces, which is 9/14. So I'm going to write 9/14 Pisces. All right. Hi, Pisces. How are you? And thank you, Cancers, for being here. I hope that resonated with you. Let me know in the comment section below. But Pisces, thank you so much for being here as well. All right. So Pisces, let's see your next 72 hours, okay? I also just realized, because you guys are my first message video, that I was going to do the color and a mindfulness card. I feel if I do that, it's going to be a little bit long. So I'm just going to do 72-hour mark, okay? So let me shuffle one more time. Okay, Pisces. Let's see what Spirit has to say for your next 72 hours. So you got the Seven of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles in the upright. And a Two of Pentacles. Okay, so this feels like a lot of work-related issues. All right, we have all Pentacles across the board. If it's not related to business, it's definitely related to manifestations of what you are working towards, okay? So we do have the Seven of Pentacles in your first 24 hours, Pisces. It does feel like you are trying to think about if all your hard work is paying off. It could be one of those things where it doesn't feel like a labor of love at this moment in time. All right, so you are just kind of like waiting around. Maybe you feel a little bit burnt out, okay? Or someone may be making you feel burnt out and losing the motivation to keep going. But in your next, ooh, there's something that just got in my eye. Excuse me. Whoa, that was crazy. Man, that was very strong. I don't know what that was. Whoa. So yeah, it could be one of those things where it's just like something catches you by surprise, Pisces, because wow, this is like really bothering me. I don't know what flew into my eye at all. But yeah, anyways, in your next 48 hours, you do have the Ten of Pentacles, which could be indicating to me where it's like you may just been having a lot of self-doubts, and then something comes around and like shows you that this is everything that you are working on, okay? It doesn't have to be like the end goal of whatever you are working towards, but it is a clear sign that you are going the right direction, okay? And then in the next 72 hours, you do have the Two of Pentacles in the reverse, so it does feel like you're back. So you went from I don't know to yeah, this is good to I'm not really sure about my decisions at this time. Or if this is not you, this is somebody else that could be affecting your Ten of Pentacles wish fulfillment and your manifestations. Okay, Pisces. So that's really all I got in terms of the tarot. So we are going to look into the love oracle messages. And like I always say, if this resonates with you, I'll leave your love reading in the description box. Okay, Pisces. So you can get a deeper message, but Spirit, let's see what they have to say for you, Pisces. Oh, all right. So tell me, that was fast. So you have changed in the reverse. This popped out sideways. Travel. Yeah, and then the Truth. Okay, it could be one of those things where maybe you're working towards something and things aren't changing. That's why change is in the reverse for you, Pisces. Okay, and another thing that I'm also thinking of too here is that I don't know if you have to change your ways or if somebody else has to change their ways, but it just feels like something needs to change, period. And then in your next 48 hours, you do have the Ten of Pentacles and travel sideways. It could be one of those things where you have to close the distance, close the gap with someone or something here in order to reach your Ten of Pentacles fulfillment. Every time I see this card, and I always see all the bunnies over here, it does feel like it has something to do with family or someone that is just like pretty close to you. All right, because it does feel more fulfilling to be living with people, places, things that mean so much or care about you or for you, things like that. So I feel like either you are trying to close the distance with someone through a connection, or someone is physically going to be visiting you and showing you something different, or you could be meeting someone who is traveling at this time that could be giving you some wisdom and knowledge that you need to move forward. And I think with whatever is said to you, it's like you now see the truth of a decision where you thought it was too like whatever decision you have been thinking on, I think you're going to finally realize it's neither of those decisions is not what you wanted, all right? It's neither of those things are like your wish fulfillment. So you may be doing a little pivoting at this time, or it could be one of those things where it's just like somebody here is trying to give you an offer, and originally you probably thought it was a good idea, and then you realize the truth about these things and you're just like, this is not it, all right? So that's what I got for you. Just remember as well, these love oracle messages could be self-love, love between friends and family, and love with a person that you may be dealing with in the future, thinking about, or dealing with right now. So if this resonates with you, please let me know in the comment section below. And we're gonna start with Scorpio. So thank you so much, Pisces, for being here. Scorpio's at 1544. All right, Scorpio, hello. Pisces, thank you again. I hope you really appreciate the reading. All right, so Scorpios, hello. This is your next 72. We're gonna just shuffle a little bit more, okay? All right. So Scorpios, like I said, I originally said that I was going to do the mindfulness tarot and the color tarot, but I didn't want this video to be too long. Okay, so I decided to just do the 72 hours. I really do apologize for telling you one thing at the beginning and then switching it up. I always end up switching it up. It just feels more natural that way, more fluid. Okay, so Scorpios, let's get started. One more shuffle. Okay, so Spirit, please tell me about Scorpio. So you have the Five of Swords in the reverse. That is always interesting. Okay, with the Page of Swords, a lot of either thinking or communication here. One more, please, for Scorpio. Did something flip? Yeah, Two of Swords. Lots of air energy. So you could be dealing with an air sign, okay? So Scorpio, we do have the Five of Swords in the reverse. It does feel like something you have been thinking about that may have been very rough for you, or like very mentally draining. It's probably coming towards an end, or it's coming back around as if you thought something was one thing and then you are completely wrong about it. So you are changing your mind at this time. So it's like something that you may thought was, like, for example, a problem is actually not a problem at all, and actually very beneficial. Maybe you were a little bit skeptical about something, okay? And then I think in the 24 hours, it's gonna like really reveal to you like whatever this energy or this thing that you may be dealing with is going to actually come to light, and you're going to actually see it for what it is, okay? So then in your next 48 hours, you do have the Page of Swords. So it's one of those things where it's like maybe once you realize something is not what you thought it was, you are kind of changing your direction at this time about it, but you're not going to do a complete pivot. I think there is something here that is really holding you back, Scorpio, where it's just like, I still like want to see more. It's like the wind is blowing one direction, but you don't want to go that direction just yet, is if that even makes any sense to you. All right, but it's one of those things where you are now open to both sides, whatever that may be, whatever you are thinking about or communicating with other people at this time, okay? But you do have the Two of Swords, which is like making a decision blind either way. I don't think you're ever going to get the full picture of this situation that you're dealing with, but it is time for you to start making a decision, okay? Whether you feel guarded or not about it, you still have to approach it and do something about it, okay? And another thing too is that whatever you are thinking about and whatever you end up doing, I feel is going to be beneficial to you either way, because you are gonna think about it, all right? It is a conscious choice, and you are gonna put in the energy and the knowledge that you take with you, and you could be getting some sort of information at this time that will help with the decision-making process. Okay, Scorpio? All right, so we're going to go into the love oracles. We're going to have a bigger picture about what is going on with you, okay? And like I say every single time, if the love message resonates with you, please check out your love reading that I'll put in the description box for all the water signs. And don't forget that this is for self-love, love between friends and family, or love between someone that you may be dealing with in the future, thinking about, or dealing with at this time, okay? We do have party at the bottom. I haven't been reading the bottom for most signs, but I felt very drawn to for Scorpio. So you could be in a party situation soon. It could be one of those things where you're at a party and then you ask yourself, what am I doing here? What am I doing with my life? All right. So we do have proposal. All right. Tell me more for Scorpio. Tell me more. Tell me more, please, for Scorpio. So we do have family in the reverse and spiritual awakening. Okay. So I do feel like Scorpio, this could have been a decision that you've been putting off on hold. You probably were like, this is probably a bad idea. I don't want to do this right now. But then I think things are turning around for you where it's like, it could be one of those things where it's like, I don't want to be dealing with this person, whether it's romantic or not, or business-wise. And then suddenly something is really turning around for you, Scorpio, where you're just like kind of seeing it more for its genuine, why am I struggling to say this? It's like seeing something genuinely for the first time when you thought you had it all figured out with this thing, okay? And then we do have the Page of Swords with the family in the reverse. It could be one of those things where it's like maybe you were listening to your family and they were like trying to give you advice and then you realize you kind of want to go against it. Or it's one of those things where it's family may have betrayed you in a way, whether they mean to or not. Because sometimes families, they think that they have your best interests and you realize that's not what you wanted, but you followed their guidance because you didn't want to let them down. And if it's not family, it could be people you consider family at this time, okay? And then you have the Two of Swords with the spiritual awakening. I think this is like your crossroads as well, where you're going to try to decide whether you want to make yourself happy and do what you want to do, or you want to make other people happy around you for the sake of keeping peace, is what I'm getting at. Because with the Two of Swords, every time I see this card, it's like if the Justice card wanted to go rogue, essentially, is how I feel it. Especially where it's just like, you know, you're blinded and you have two swords and you're trying to make the right decisions, whether you should move your right hand or your left hand. It's just one of those things where it's just like you're very guarded at this time and you're trying to make decisions while being in the dark, literally, okay? So that's what I got for you, Scorpio. Thank you so much for being here. And like I said, if this resonates with you, please let me know. Or if you make it all the way at the end and you just happen to have all three water signs, comment down below an emoji of water, all right? But thank you so much for being here. And once again, my name is Space Capricorn Tarot. If you want to support the channel, please like or comment, or if you feel drawn to subscribe for my future readings. And until next time, I hope to float among the stars with you, okay? Take care.